Hey, sweet friends. Thank you for taking time out of your day and spending it in the kitchen with me. I got a awesome, quick, easy, cheap recipe that you can change up any way you want. It's kind of a box mix, cake mix hack. You know I love my cake mix hacks. This video is also part of our monthly dessert collab. This month it is hosted by Jim from Jim's Kitchen. I really hope you guys can check him out. He is so great. He has so many fun recipes. You will not be disappointed. And then don't forget to check out the playlist in my description box. We have all kinds of amazing recipes using vegetables in there. Like I mentioned, am using a box cake mix. So let's get in the kitchen and I'll share with you how I am using this little twist of a vegetable, and I'm not buying any ingredients from the store. Everything I already had at home in my pantry. And if you're new from any of the other channels, thank you so much for stopping by. I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. I share all real life around here. You never know the love and the chaos you'll find on Lazy Creek Homestead. So let's get in the kitchen. Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. We are going to do a cake mix hack kind of cake recipe today. I have a box of yellow cake mix, but you can use whatever you have on hand. We have just a tad bit more of a half cup of applesauce, but you need a half cup for the recipe. And I have 1 egg, and that's and a 1/4 cup of milk or water. I'm going to use milk. That's the recipe. It's a simple box mix applesauce cake. But as I mentioned, this monthly dessert collab's little twist is adding a veggie to your dessert. So I got some chopped up carrots here. These were matchstick carrots that I just kind of roughly chopped, and we're going to make a applesauce carrot cake, and this couldn't be any more simple. We have our cake mix in the bowl. We are going to add in our 1/4 cup of milk. We're also going to add in our 1/2 cup-ish of applesauce. Mine is a cinnamon applesauce, so I'm going to actually add a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg to this batter. I think that will be delicious. We'll crack our egg and add our carrots. It really is such a simple recipe. So we have our egg in the mix. I'm going to go ahead and just add our carrots in now, and just a little bit of almond extract because I plan on sprinkling some slivered almonds on top of the cake when it's all done with our frosting. And just a hint of that almond extract, and then all we gotta do is mix this all well together. I like to kind of beat the egg a little bit in the milk and break that yolk, just so I'm sure it's gonna mix really well with all of my other ingredients. It does really mix together well and easy. Make sure you scrape the bottom and the sides well, and just mix until there's no dry ingredients left to the batter. And that's it. Within a few minutes, your cake batter is all incorporated, and it's ready for you to put in whatever size greased cake pan you desire. I like to keep it simple and easy, so we're doing a regular square cake pan. I almost forgot to add the cinnamon and nutmeg. This is what happens when I don't have all my ingredients already out. So I'm sprinkling in some of my cinnamon, about a 1/2 teaspoon or so. And then I'm just gonna put in a tiny dash of my nutmeg. And we're going to mix that, get that all incorporated in the batter, and then I will add this mixture to my cake pan. I know I've shared this trick with you guys before, but this is how I like to grease my pan. I just take my leftover butter paper and I just kind of rub it all around, in the corners, up the sides, and I feel like I'm not wasting the little bit of butter that gets stuck on the paper. Alright, so we have our cake mix in our pan. I'm just going to spread it all out as evenly as I can make it. This is such a great versatile recipe. You really can use it with any flavored cake mix that you want. You're only using one egg, and with the price of eggs lately, that is great. Applesauce is an awesome substitute for eggs. This is still going to be such a moist, delicious cake. And the apple and the carrot is actually really going to, flavors are going to mend together really, 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 really well. It's such a, I think it's an awesome recipe. I really enjoy an applesauce type cake anyways. And budget friendly. All these ingredients came from my pantry. I had the applesauce on hand. I buy the cake mixes when they're on sale, and I like to keep them in my pantry shelves. And the carrots were left over from a previous meal. So it really doesn't get much easier than that. We're just going to get this in the oven, and I'll meet you back here when it's baked all the way through. Our cake is out of the oven and it smells so good. We're going to let that cool down, and then we are going to frost it with our homemade cream cheese frosting. And then I'm going to sprinkle some of these sliced almonds that I had left on top, and this is going to be a delicious treat for after dinner. So in my bowl here is what looks like a mess, but it's a couple tablespoons of butter. Those little black bits there are my homemade vanilla extract. I also put in a tad bit of the almond extract. And now I'm going to add in some powdered sugar, and this is how I make my homemade cream cheese frosting. Just a block of softened cream cheese, some couple tablespoons of softened butter. I start off with about a cup or so of powdered sugar, and I'll mix that all together, and then I'll taste it. And depending on the cake, I'll usually do about 1.5 to 2 cups of powdered sugar per brick of cream cheese. So I'm just going to get this all mixed up. We're just going to mix and mix until this is all well incorporated. This really is my family's favorite frosting. And what doesn't say carrot cake like cream cheese frosting? Alright, so our cake is nice and cooled, so we are ready to spread our frosting on top. And we're going to take our cream cheese frosting and we're just going to spread it as evenly as we can across the whole cake. And then I'm going to sprinkle our sliced almonds on top, and I can't wait to give this a try. Alright, so we have our frosting all on our cake here. I am just going to sprinkle on some of these sliced almonds, and we will enjoy this cake. Alright friends, so here is our applesauce carrot cake with our homemade cream cheese frosting. I sprinkled those slivered almonds on top with just a little bit extra cinnamon. So let's cut into this cake and give it a try. This cake smells so good. It was so quick and easy. That first piece is always the hardest to get out. There we are, friends. Look at that. Definitely can see all the little bits of carrot in there. Smells so good. Let's give it a try. Well, that is delicious. It's definitely nice and moist, soft. The carrot is just nice and rehydrated. It's really good. It's got a little bit of the sweetness from the applesauce, but it's not overpowering apple at all. This is so good. It's such a quick, easy recipe. I hope you guys can give it a try. Don't forget that this is part of an awesome monthly dessert collab. All the info is in my description box. Until I see you in the next one, I'll be talking to you in those comments.